we won't know when people sign on.
Well, you actually can look at the participants.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Oh,
we have 7 so far, counting us.
Oh, Jane Davis is here, John Cons is here, and Julia McLeod. Woohoo! Is that you is that your family at home?
Yeah, that's the downstairs version of me, which
Oh,
means
cool.
the kids.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Shine, how are you? Beth.
Huh.
Oh, this is great.
How come I don't see who those people are?
It's participants at the bottom of the screen.
I checked it.
Oh.
So thanks everyone for who's joining. We're not going to be able to hear you tonight, but if you want to say anything, you can type something in the chat.
Hello, Gail. Welcome. I'm assuming the people who are joining are identified by their names. Sometimes it's a spouse or a neighbor or somebody else, but hello anyway. Glad you're here. We'll start in a few minutes. Oh, it's Gail. Good, thank you. I guess if we were at a concert, there'd be loud music blasting. Can this be streamed to your TV? I tried doing Zoom to the TV. If you're on Facebook streaming, you can, but Zoom to TV, I don't know a way to do Zoom to TV. Does anybody else?
Nope.
There are still some holes in this digital technology. I wound up watching a concert on my tablet the other night because it was all I could figure out to do. What we've had to learn as musicians is when people built this technology, especially Zoom, nobody had this kind of thing in mind. We
All
are
right,
now
you're now
streaming
live on Facebook too.
Facebook, I see that. Woo. Ellen Bowman is here. Hello, hello.
All right, maybe another minute and then we'll get started.
We'll have a couple of videos with Ellen in them later. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Steph. How are you? Oh, on Mac, you can get into the Apple TV app with mirroring.
All right, so why don't I just say hello and welcome. My name's Julia McLeod. I'm the Outreach Director for Harpswell Heritage Land Trust. We love to celebrate the solstice and we love to encourage other people to celebrate the solstice. So I just want to say happy solstice and thank you so much to all the musicians who are playing tonight.
Well, I'll start then. And we're going to go to one person on the screen at a time. My name's Stan Davis, and like all musicians, we play at home, but we really like this to be a more social thing. So a bunch of us have started getting together on Monday nights to do an open mic, the way you would in a bar, only we're at home on Zoom, and we've had to figure out the technology and how to get good music, and it's been a lot of fun. And Julia's going to post my email address if any of you want to join our open mics, either as a participant or as a listener. You're certainly welcome to do that. I'm going to start, and we're going to have some other people sing, and then I'll come back. Songs about winter really are songs about the seasons. And I realized a while ago that we don't necessarily have to know how to get older or how to get through everything that happens, because how could you? But if we know how to do November, and we know how to do January, and we know how to do spring, and we know how to do summer, in some ways that's enough. Wrote this song. They threw a tarp over the peppers, and they canned the last tomatoes. pulled and hung the shell beans up to dry. They know the frost is due tonight, they can feel it in their bones. The season's end is growing nigh, and the great wheel turns. The seasons spin. Winter never lasts forever, spring will come again, the great wheel turns. The seasons spin. In the wood stove days of winter, with a teacup by the fire, it's time to dream and plan inflating life. We got days to sharpen tools, we got evenings thinking, reading. Snowstorm might be blowing in tonight, and the great wheel turns. The seasons spin. Winter never lasts forever, spring will come again, the great wheel turns. The seasons spin. In the spring, when every flower is a gift beyond all measure, and the parsnips are a boon beyond all price. When everywhere you walk is the sound of running water, as the sun defeats the winter ice and the great wheel turns, the seasons spin. Winter never lasts forever, spring will come again, the great wheel turns, the seasons spin. The great wheel turns, the seasons spin. Winter never lasts forever, spring will come again, the great wheel turns, the seasons spin. And the kayak days of summer burst in with blueberries, pick and eat and throw them to the hens. They got music on the porch in the endless twilight evenings, telling stories, laughing with their friends, and the great wheel turns, the seasons spin. Winter never lasts forever, spring will come again, the great wheel turns, the seasons spin. The great wheel turns, the seasons spin. Thank you. We're going to do a mix of pre-recorded video and live tonight, because one of the peculiarities of this technology is sometimes it doesn't handle live performance well if you don't have a really strong Wi-Fi set up, and sometimes pre-recorded comes out better. So we're going to have a mix of those two things, and I'm going to turn you over to John, who is going to introduce two songs, and then we're going to play them from video.
Hello, everybody. I got to say, I'm really happy that it's the solstice, and I'm really happy that I can participate in your celebration here. It's a terrific thing. So the first tune is introduced on the recording. The second tune is a tune I wrote 2 years ago in 2018, specifically in anticipation of going to a couple of solstice parties. And I sang them. I didn't do anything with it last year, and I realized when Stan said this was a possibility that would be a great tune, but I couldn't remember it. So fortunately, I was able to dig it all out of my notes and video clips and put it all together. And I think after that, it's all self-explanatory. So you can go ahead and roll it. And again, thank you all very much, and happy solstice. Happy solstice. I wrote this song about 30 years ago, commemorating a series of Thanksgiving holidays that I spent with very dear friends and cohorts from my grad school days in Orion back then. We had the really good fortune of spending a bunch of Thanksgiving holidays in a tiny sporting camp on Spencer Pond, northeast of Moosehead Lake. So this is a real story about a genuine old-timey Thanksgiving in the North Maine woods. Just a really wonderful time, and it makes a pretty good solstice tune. I call it The Circle of Friends. It was on a snowy winter's night when they did all gather in. There was such a feeling of love in the air. It drove back the wind and the chill. The smiles were all lit by the fire. Laughter and song filled the room, and the stories they'll tell when the years have all gone will fill them with the joy of the time, and the circle of friends will never end. Music and song will not die. Good times will live, and the love that they shared will fill them with the joy of the time. Well, the northern sky blazed in the night. Arm in arm they gazed at the sight, and a coyote's song drifted brittle and clear, rang in their hearts until the dawn. And a circle of friends will never end. Music and song will not die. Good times will live, and the love that they share will fill them with the joy of the time. And a circle of friends will never end. Music and song will not die. Good times will live, and the love that they share will fill them with the joy of the time. Happy Solstice.
Thank you, John. I'll play the other one in a moment. I just want to check in with people about whether you're hearing this well. Okay, good. Excellent. Sometimes we don't know. I have to get into the other video, which will take me an instant. I hope no more. Dream How Wonderful. Then we'll have a live song, and then we'll go back to some video. Let's see. Where am I? Stop. Here we go. Loud and clear, says John. Excellent. What we want to hear. There we go.
Happy Solstice. It's called Dream How Wonderful the World Can Be. The world can be a melancholy place. It's a trial to keep a smile upon your face. The news is never good, things are falling apart. If only you could, you'd give it all a fresh start. You're late, and you have other things you ought to do. But you knot your scarf and hurry down the avenue. When out of the gloom, a warm friendly light, the house is aglow in the cold winter's night. You knock on the door at the top of the stairs. It opens wide and everyone's there. It's so good to be near ones you hold dear at the coldest time of the year. Come in out of the weather, spend some time together, laugh and sing have good cheer. It's so good that we spend time with our friends when the days are looking bleak. So give a smile and a hug to the ones you love and dream how wonderful the world can be. Peace and kindness, brotherly love seem in short supply. But you got it inside, don't let it hide. Spread it around all over town. It's so good to give cheer to everyone near when you're walking down the street. So give a smile and greet everyone you meet and dream how wonderful the world can be. Peace and kindness, brotherly love seem in short supply. But you got it inside, don't let it hide. Spread it around all over town. It's so good to give cheer to everyone near when you're walking down the street. So give a smile and greet everyone you meet and dream how wonderful the world can be. Give a smile and greet everyone you meet and dream.
Lovely. And I want to point out that those are two original songs. We're going to do songs by other people too, but a lot of good songwriting in the state of Maine. Thank you, John. John is going to go soon to yet another one of these things that's national. So enjoy, and we'll see you soon. See you on a Monday, John. Take care. Well, I met Sylvia. She's going to talk about herself. I met Sylvia at the open mic in Damariscotta at the big barn there, which doesn't happen anymore, but it was lovely. And Sylvia's written a lot of very local stuff to her, but she's going to do a song by Joni Mitchell, one of Joni's early songs, which fits this time of year, I think, very well.
I've been playing Circle Game I was trying to remember today how long I've been playing it, but I guess it's since the 60s. And I've always loved this song. And then when my family came along, we started to sing it for birthday songs. And my kids really loved it. And so anyway, I thought it would be a fitting song for today, special day. Happy solstice, everyone. Yesterday, a child came out to wander and caught a dragonfly inside jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go around and round and around in the circle game. Now the child moved 10 times round seasons and skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease them, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go around and round and around in a circle game. Oh, 16 springs, 16 summers have gone now, and cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now until you drag your feet to slow those circles down. And the seasons, they go round and around. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go around and round and around in a circle game. Years spin by, now the child is 20. And though his dreams have lost some grandeur, coming true. Oh, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, plenty, until the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go around and round and around in a circle game. Can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go around and around and around, circle game. And go round and round and round, circle game.
Thank you, Sylvia. I'm going to bring on some video of my good friend Brian Kavanah, who I met at a house party, I don't know, 8 years ago. We were all taking turns playing music with each other, and Brian and I just had this instant connection. We were playing Georgia on My Mind together, and we've been in a duo ever since. This pandemic's cut a little into our touring, but we're doing some recording together. And anyway, it's just always a treat to hear him. And here he is doing a song that he'll introduce.
Hey everybody, so nice to be here as part of this Solstice celebration. I've been thinking a lot over the last few weeks about how dark it is and how cold it is, and I thought this would be a good song to do tonight. It's a beautiful old song by Gordon Bach, and it's really a promise that no matter how dark it gets, no matter how cold it gets, that the world is always turning towards the morning. When the deer has bedded down, the bear has gone to ground, northern goose has wandered off to warmer bay and sound. It's so easy in the cold to feel the darkness of the year. The heart is growing lonely for the morning. Oh, Majoni, don't you know, the stars are swinging slow, the seas are rolling easy as it did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I'd tell you one more time. The world is always turning towards the morning. And October's growing thin and November's coming home. You'll be thinking of the seasons and the sad things that you've seen. You hear that old wind walking, hear him singing high and thin. You could swear he's out there singing of your sorrows. Oh, my Joni, don't you know the stars are swinging slow and the seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I'd tell you one more time. The world is always turning towards the morning. So the darkness falls around you when you hear the north wind blow. You can hear him call your name out as he walks the brittle snow. That old wind don't mean you trouble, he don't care even know. He's just walking down the darkness towards the morning. Oh, my Joni, don't you know the stars are swinging slow and the seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I'd tell you one more time. The world is always turning towards the morning. It's a pity we don't know what the little flowers know. They can't face the cold November, they can't bear the wind and the snow. But their glory's all behind them, bow their heads and let it go. But you know they'll be shining come the morning. Oh, my Joni, don't you know the stars are swinging slow, the seas are rolling easy as they did so long ago. If I had a thing to give you, I'd tell you one more time. The world is always turning towards the morning. If I had a thing to give you, I'd tell you one more time. The world is always turning towards the morning.
What a treat. Our next person, I was muted. Thank you, Julia. And that my next person and I, Ellen Bowman and I, go back over 30 years. We were in a band together, a children's band called Moose Kazoo, which was four of us and harmonies and children's songs. And a parent who came to one of our performances said, "I get what you guys are doing. It's the Grateful Dead meets Raffi," which was about right. And Ellen now recorded a song for us, which I think is partly about the seasons, and that it's about making different choices as we go into the next year. She recorded this with her son, Aaron Neily, the two of them, and so we're going to play that. And then she sang some harmony on a song that I did, and I'll play that one. Let's see, where is it? Here it is, Mountain Field. Ellen and Aaron.
It's one more year this mountain field I'll till. One more year this mountain field I'll till. No stones or buried sticks again will play me tricks. Wish I knew my darling's heart so well. It's one more year this mountain field I'll till. It's one more year this mountain field I'll till. No stones or buried sticks again will play me tricks. Wish I knew my darling's heart so well. When it was fine and dry, I prayed for rain. When it was fine and dry, I prayed for rain. But when those drops did fall, many weeds grew tall. Then I prayed the sun would shine again. Well, a farmer plants by season and by sign. Farmer plants by season and by sign. Not so love's buried seed, it's sown in time of need. Will not grow but by its own design. It's one more year this mountain field I'll till. One more year this mountain field I'll till. No stones or buried sticks again will play me tricks. Wish I knew my darling's heart so well. One more year this mountain field I'll till. One more year this mountain field I'll till. No stones or buried sticks again will play me tricks. Wish I knew my darling's heart so well. I wish I knew my darling's heart so well.
Here we go. I keep forgetting to unmute. So many things to click. So it used to be so easy for musicians to play harmony with each other. We used to just kind of, at Burns Pub, where a lot of us would get together in Bath and Brunswick to do open mics, the whole audience would start singing in harmony. And I suppose that's one of the things I miss the most, is that kind of singing along. Now the only way we can do it really is to one person records a track and the other person records a track on top, which is how Ellen and I did the harmony on this song, which was going to be the next song I was going to do anyway. Song from the Sea Islands about moving on through difficult times and music carrying us through those times, like, for example, winter. Here's a song. The song from the South Carolina Sea Islands, St. Helens Island. Sea Islands were largely settled by folks who'd been enslaved who ran off, settled out on those islands and built a culture. So that's called Gullah, that song. Other elements of African heritage played a big part in, as I understand it. And this song reminds me of some of the songs I heard in Zambia when I was in Senegal that were designed to be walking songs. You get the rhythm of a song, you had to do a 20 or 30 mile walk, and you just get the rhythm in your mind and you just walk to it all day long. The song would carry you like that. Feel free to sing along at home. Watch the stars, see how they run. Watch the stars, see how they run. You know the stars run down at the setting of the sun. Watch the stars, see how they run. Each verse has a similar structure, like a lot of the African American church songs, so it's easy to sing to. Watch the wind, see how it blows. Repeat. Watch the wind, see how it blows. You know the wind, it blows at the setting of the sun. Watch the wind, see how it blows. Watch the moon, see how she shines. Watch the moon, see how she shines. You know the moon, she shines at the setting of the sun. Watch the moon, see how she shines. First verse, we'll do it twice. It'll make you feel better if you sing it, I guarantee it. Watch the stars, see how they run. Watch the stars, see how they run. You know the stars run down at the setting of the sun. Watch the stars, see how they run. Watch the stars, see how they run. Watch the stars, see how they run. You know the stars run down at the setting of the sun. Watch the stars, see how they run. Repeat. Watch the stars, see how they run. One more time. Watch the stars, see how they run. Thank you, Ellen. Now I'm going to do a few songs of my own. Oh, wait. This background stuff just started up by itself. Computers. Have you ever noticed computers have a mind of their own sometimes, especially when you really want to do something and they just kind of get in your way? Here's a song I didn't write. I didn't write that one either. Song written by a guy named Leo Kretzner. When I first started doing Solstice shows outdoors for Julia, I looked online for songs about the solstice, and there weren't a lot that I could find, and this was in a collection called Songs for Astronomers. Guy Leo Kretzner made one vinyl album in the 70s and apparently vanished from the scene. And it's a shame, because this is one of the finest songs I know about winter. When the days are getting shorter and the nights are growing long and the north wind puts a tear into your eye. If you're out about round midnight and you look off to the east, there you may see bold Orion on the rise. You may know him by his stance or the starry shield he holds as he rises silent in a clear cold sky. Young Jack Frost and Old Man Winter, they both answer to the call of their master, bold Orion on the rise. Bold Orion, mighty hunter, rising silent in a clear cold sky. See the summer fall before him. Bold Orion's on the rise. For 7 starry ages he has ruled the winter skies with the fires of lost eons in his eyes. He has seen the rise and fall of kings and continents and all, rising silent, bold Orion on the rise. When he ascends, no hesitation. When he moves, no turning round. Like a soul been called to glory, earthly born but heaven bound. Now the bird is on the wing, and it's southward that she flies, hastened on by bold Orion on the rise. Bold Orion, mighty hunter, rising silent in a clear cold sky. See the summer fall before him. Bold Orion's on the rise. Summer comes on all too slowly, and it passes far too fast, and you wonder, is there nothing that can last? Here today and gone tomorrow, as the green leaves turn to red, and the present quickly turns into the past. Cut the wood and stack it high, stoke the fires in your home, burning nightly send the smoke up to the sky. Keep the winter at your door, keep the summer in your heart. Drink a toast to bold Orion on the rise. Bold Orion, mighty hunter, rising silent in a clear cold sky. See the summer fall before him. Bold Orion's on the rise. Bold Orion's on the rise. Bold Orion's on the rise. I have some friends who have a child named Orion. He's on the West Coast, good West Coast name. And I was trying to convince them that he's the little guy. That should be his theme song. Every time he walked in the room, they should both start singing, Bold Orion, mighty hunter. I don't know if they did or not. This is a song I just wrote for this time of year, for this dark time that we're in. Because it seemed to me that I was seeing some acts of kindness and heroism in my day-to-day life that needed to be written about. And I was looking for songs like that, and I didn't see them. Dorothy gets out of bed at 5. Showers, has some coffee, starts her day. At the checkout counter, she asks people how they're doing, and she listens to what they have to say. It's really what triggered this song. It's a woman at the checkout counter at my local Hannaford who asks every single person how they're doing and takes time to listen, even when she's in the middle of whatever else. And I thought, oh, what a remarkable thing. Arnold cleans his teeth and shaves, listens to the news, what's going on, makes lunches for his grandkids before they go to school. He puts a loving note in every one. Anna B plays her ukulele on her break and when things are slow. Plays for people walking by as they stop and smile till it's time for them to go. Every action makes a difference. That's the ABC. Many raindrops make a river. Many rivers fill the sea. Julian is 10 years old. He is grateful for his family and his home. Does the breakfast dishes, and he zips his brother's coat. They go playing in the snow. Every action makes a difference. That's the ABC. Many raindrops make a river. Many rivers fill the sea. Many rivers fill the sea. Many rivers fill the sea. Here's another song, and I was kind of back and forth about doing this one tonight, even just a minute ago, but I decided to do it because, you know, a lot of the stuff we say about the solstice and about dark times in general sort of come together now. Just look for the light. The light's coming back, and it is. The world won't be messed up forever. But To quote the immortal Sophie, my 8-year-old granddaughter, I don't always want to think positively. And in a sense, I don't think we can. And we got to own the darkness sometimes, too. So this came out of one of the darker times. Just to own it, let it be. There are days I can put on my pants. There are days I can get up and dance. Sometimes I just can't, you see. There are days I can turn on the news. There are days I can handle the truth. But sometimes this world's too much for me. There are days we can work things out. There are days I can talk and I don't have to shout. Sometimes I just can't, you see. There are days I can listen to you. There are days I can handle the truth. But sometimes this world's too much for me. Go, said the bird, humanity just cannot stand too much reality. I stole that line from T.S. Eliot. There are days I can clean up the house. There are days I can get off the couch. Sometimes I just can't, you see. There are days I can follow things through. There are days I can handle the truth. But sometimes this world's too much for me. A few times this world's too much for me. And then other days I'm fine, like all of us. Well, I'm going to do a few more. And then maybe you'll join us for the open mic, or maybe we'll do one of these things another time. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? It's been 45 minutes. That's a long time. I'm going to end with this one. Zoom fatigue sets in, and there's always another time. A good song belongs in every time. A good song is not just for the time it's written. And a good song reaches to you. I'm not talking about one of my own songs. A good song reaches out to you across the years, and you say to yourself, I bet that song was written for right now. When I first heard the song of Dave Mallett's, Maine's song poet, I thought, man, he must have written this for the pandemic. He must have written this for this moment. But in fact, he wrote it in 1990. And outside of making it a little more gender inclusive than it originally was, it doesn't need any work to be for now. If the morning star still disappears behind a sky of blue, if people rise and go to work like they always do, as long as young folks fall in love and kids keep growing tall, with the earth below and the sky above, there's hope for one and all. If the moon still moves the deep blue sea and rules the hearts of men, if the world keeps turning quietly, here we go again. If the winter grass turns April green when the rain begins to fall, if there's water flowing from the stream, there's hope for one and all. There's hope for you and me, my friends, with our backs against the wall. If there's water flowing from the stream, there's hope for one and all. If people do the best they can, though no one cares, if parents rock their babes to sleep and say a little prayer, if the old car starts when the wind blows cold way down in the fall, if there's one good spark in the falling dark, there's hope for one and all. There's hope for you and me, my friends, with our backs against the wall. If there's one good spark in the falling dark, there's hope for one and all. If there's one good spark in the falling dark, there's hope for one and all. There's hope for one and all. I think that's a nice note to end on. What do people think? Have you enjoyed it? We've certainly enjoyed singing for you and being here with you. Julia put my email address. You can get in touch with any of us that way. And if you'd like to join our Monday night open mic, you are absolutely invited. So thank everybody who was part of this, and thank you all for coming in to listen. Take care.